It is so hard. You question yourself all the time. You think you're doing the right thing. You're totally besotted as well. That person's your world as well. They get people to believe that you're the liar. They telling the truth. I literally couldn't go anywhere. Even if I went to the local shop, I'd have, about 15 phone calls. What's taking so long? And, my nerves at that point was really bad. I used to get locked in the house.
1 in 4 women in their lifetime will have experienced domestic violence, but up until relatively recently, it has been invisible to doctors and nurses. And that's the issue that we really wanted to focus on.
It's such a confusing, it's an awful place to be. I'd be in there and I'd be screaming in my head to get out, and you don't know how. You don't know where to start.
What we did is, as researchers, we developed this program of training and referral. We then trialed it. It was a successful trial. That's the point where some research sort of stops. You publish it in a good journal and you then move on to the next piece of research. We felt it was crucial to see that just as a starting point.
Your last refresher was in 2015. The refreshers are usually approximately every 3 years. So part of this training is around the fact that actually not all women are just going to outright disclose to you about domestic abuse. Some might. For you guys as professionals and as healthcare professionals, you are viewed by your patients as important and trustworthy people.
The story of Iris over the subsequent 10 plus years is moving from a clear-cut program in a research trial into something that's in the world that doctors and nurses nationally can actually benefit from, and ultimately their patients benefit from. So it's now commissioned in over 30 areas, and more general practices are getting this training.
I went to the GP and said that how I was feeling, and I said roughly, a bit about what was going on. She mentioned then about Iris, and she said, "Would you like me, to arrange a meeting?" So at that time I said, yes, please.
When I first met Emma, she came in with a walking stick, and she just felt the way she was holding herself. You could just see the pain, and you're only human. It does catch you, and you think, wow, how can I help this lady?
So I was like this frail, didn't know, suicidal then, and walking into the room, and she so lovely, and the relief, I just burst out crying and blurted everything out, everything possible, and the relief off my shoulders, I felt just draining from me. And
domestic abuse does have a massive impact on people's health, and the best people to identify and acknowledge the impact the health issues have arisen from the domestic abuse experiences are people who are seeing them because of their health. So the doctors, the nurses, the health visitors, these are the people who will pick them up at an earlier stage, and in the long run we're preventing serious harm to these women, but also their children.